Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, let me be the first to say, welcome to the Dorkness. My name is Stevie, and I have been lucky enough to be a part of multiple playtests for Nightingale over the past year, and was also extra lucky to get early access to the creator playtest that happened last week. So I recorded some footage for you guys. It's going to be a very long video, so buckle in. If you want to learn everything I've learned about how to play this game from my previous experience, stay tuned. Let's dive into the realms, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Okay, let's take a look at our map real quick. I am currently on my Abeyance realm. So after you finish the tutorial, you're going to get the choice between a forest, a desert, or a swamp biome. And it's going to automatically make that biome an Abeyance realm. Abeyance is basically your home base. You're going to, you can build anywhere. Any realm that you create, you can build on, but you want to, for the purpose of like forwarding the story, you want to build your base and put your estate cairn in your Abeyance realm. That is going to be where you progress the game by unlocking all of the different sites of power, and it's also a safe-ish realm. You still have mobs that'll attack you, but it's a safe-ish realm for you to figure out the game, start gathering your resources, and personally, it's where I prefer to keep all of my crafters that I need. So I consider my Abeyance realm home base. You can move this at a later time, so if you pick the desert and then you realize you don't want to deal with being overheated all the time, you can just make a new Abeyance card and a new biome card eventually once you have access to portals and move. So there's no, it's not, you don't have to stress about the decision early on when you're doing the tutorials, because you can change it anytime. And if you want to, after you've finished the sites of power, you can scrap the Abeyance realms altogether and you can build your base on one of the most dangerous realms that you can find. So you can play this game however you want. These are just my suggestions on how to progress the story in like the least complicated way possible. Okay, so I zoomed in here. You can see there's a lot going on close to here. I decided to put my base next to what I knew would be the first site of power, just because there's an essence trader here. There's an NPC here that I need for a quest later in the game, so I just figured it'd be easy to start here. And then you can see I've already built some portals, so those are showing up on the map as portals as well. Any place that you put your estate cairn and set as a respite will show up on your map as your respite point. You only have one respite point throughout all of the realms, so you can build a ton of estate cairns, but you can only have one as a respite point, and this will be where you respawn when you die, the place that you gain hope just by being near it. So your respite is home base. Sorry, I'm trying to gather my thoughts here. If you build an estate cairn on another realm and set that new estate cairn as your respite point, you might lose access to anything that's on the realm that your previous cairn was built on, if that makes sense. So unless you have a direct portal to walk through to come back to this realm, don't create a new respite point, because you will lose everything on this realm. I like to consider my respite point, I don't move it unless I'm fully ready to pack everything up and leave. I don't build multiple estate cairns. I just teleport back home to unload my inventory or to get, refill my hope or rest. I don't do that much building when I'm out across in other realms. I like to just have one home base and travel from there. But that's personal preference. Play however you want to play. On your Abeyance realm, you will, as you level up and as you discover and uncover the realm, you will discover the sites of power. So I like to think of the sites of power basically as my guiding ley line throughout this game. So the game starts you off leveling yourself up so that you can defeat the boss in the antiquarian site of power, and that unlocks your recipe to be able to craft your own antiquarian cards. You can go to an antiquarian realm and you can use one of the biome cards. So you can go to a forest, a swamp, or a desert, and you can use that with the antiquarian realm card to explore other realms. Hold on. Am I getting attacked right now? Oh, no. That's just the shadow. Look how beautiful night is falling. I have to say, one thing I love about this game is just how dynamic the entire world is. Like, we can see the sun setting with just from the perspective of the shadows of the things that we're standing nearby. That is so beautiful. Let's just take a second and appreciate how beautiful this game is. Okay. Anyways, oh, also, by the way, I'm turning the HUD on and off with F4 and switching between third person and first person with F5. Just some little tips there. Okay, what were we talking about? We were looking at our map, talking about the sites of power. So I personally like to go in order that the game gives you with your quests, basically. So you start with the antiquarian card that you unlock at the antiquarian site of power. I personally like to visit all 3 of the biomes with that antiquarian realm card so that I can unlock all of the possible schematics and complete all of the Fae points of interests on those 3 realms. And then I'll try to unlock the next site of power. In this case, the herbarium would be the next site of power in order of the progress the game wants you to follow. So I could go and mess around in the herbarium realms, but I want to finish uncovering everything in the antiquarian realms first. I found that that's just best for me because there are certain recipes that you need for progression that you won't find unless you visited all of these antiquarian realms first. So the essence traders that you'll find across the realms kind of follow a specific progression throughout the game. So if you skip ahead too quickly, or if I go to the herbarium site of power or visit an herbarium realm too early, I might not be able to do things until I've gone back and found a specific schematic or recipe from one of these antiquarian essence traders. So let's make sure I've uncovered everything. I think we still need to go back to a desert to finish. So let's do that, and I'll show you guys what I mean. We're going to... I think we have the portal built already. Let's see. Antiquarian Swamp. Antiquarian Desert. Okay, let's open this realm card machine and reopen this portal. Another little side pro tip. If you hold E on the realm card machine, you can rename it. And that's how I've named it based on what cards I know are already in there. So if you open the card machine, it doesn't show you what you've already put in it. That's why it's really important when you put the cards in to go take a second and name your portal so that you don't lose track of what portal goes where. I'm the kind of person that likes to keep all of my portals up and active so I can access any of my realms, at least for the first, like, probably the first few, like, levels of gameplay. I like to be able to go back. So I have 1,000 portals on my plot before I'm done with this game, and so it's really important to keep them named and organized. All right, let's see. This baby's gonna open up soon. Beautiful. Let's go. Okay. Now, before we exit the portal, it does pop up and remind us where we are. So we do get to see what cards have been played, what realm we're about to enter. It gives us a quick overview of what antiquarian means, what desert means, and then what factions are known to be present on this realm. As you get deeper in the game, you'll notice there are different groups of Fae and humans and other creatures that do have factions across the realms. So this is important when you get deeper into the lore and maybe start doing some quests that are in between, you know, interacting between the factions. But in the beginning of the game, that's not super important. The other information we get from this page is the realm power. So you can see we played a card with a power of 20 and then a card with a power of 0. And through the algorithm and math of this game, that equals a realm power of 7. So we know most of the creatures are going to be around level 7. We have to be gear score of 7-ish to be successful here. So we're going to be kind of OP. I don't know if you remember, but we're rocking like a level 40 right now. So we'll be totally fine here. We spit out at an existing portal. And now let's take a look at our map. So this is, these POIs are uncovered and showing up on the map because I've already completed the Fae Tower. But it looks like I haven't actually completed any of the Bastiles quite yet. So we do still have a lot to do on this map. Typically when I first load into a realm for the first time, the only icons that you're going to see on this map are for the Fae Tower and then maybe for one of the fabled creatures. So typically each realm will have one or more fabled creatures that drop like a special kind of loot that's kind of higher powered. So you'll be able to track them with this icon on the map. But typically you'll see maybe that and then the Fae Tower. The first thing you want to do when you go to any new realm is complete the Fae Tower so that you can uncover this map. So in this case, we've already done it, so we can skip that. Let's go and talk about some of the different Bastiles and how to solve them. So first off, we've got the Bastile of Intellect. This is one of my favorite things about this game. It's a Fae puzzle. Let's go to this one and solve it, and I'll show you guys what I mean. Oh, I guess I should tell you too. You notice how I did that ping really quickly so that I could see where I'm going? Anywhere that you right click on the map, you can use a world beacon, which is something that you will see in front of you when you're running in the world. See, I can see that top hat over there now. There's also stamps that you can use. I like to use these to mark where structures are. Honestly, the only one I really use is the ore one. If I see some ore that I want to come back to harvest later when my tools are upgraded, I'll put an ore map stamp somewhere so I know to come back for some of the higher end ore. But that's just an aside. Don't forget that you can put beacons and pings and stamps down on realms, and this information, these pings and these stamps, will be saved on this realm as long as it's open. So if you leave, if you have to go home and log out and come back in a couple of days, as long as you still have access to this realm, these stamps and these beacons will be here until you remove them. Okay, we're coming up on this Bastile of Intellect. So we can see we have this essence core right here that is locked. I can't do anything with this here. It's protected by Fae magic. But we have these mechanisms. See that lighting up there? Now this is kind of a complicated one for me to be showing you first. There's some in the earlier realms that are way easier to understand. But good. Let's talk about this complicated one. Ooh, okay. So we need to find all of the mechanisms, and I see one right there. I see one right here. And we know we have the one at the front. So we're going to listen to these sounds and see how many there are. It just turned red, so I know that that was the end of a sequence. So there's one. There's two. There's three. And then it turned red. So it's only those three. So this functions like a Simon Says. So I want to hear the pattern and then activate the mechanisms in order that they went off. That one. And then the one in the back is 3. Perfect. Now, if these were on the ground, I could just walk up to them and activate the mechanism. But since they're not, I'm going to use my sling bow to activate them in the correct order. And now that we've done that, we should see the puzzle core unlock. And we can get this essence bundle. So there's a hope echo here. Sometimes these will also unlock new recipes, new schematics for you to do. Sometimes they will unlock a favor that you'll be granted by the Fae. And sometimes it's just a ton of essence. So in that case, we got 8 tier 1 essence. And look at this. If we look on our map now, it will show... Oh, I'm too close to it. Okay, let's walk away from it. If we look on our map now, it'll show that this Bastile of Intellect has been completed. So I load into a world, I complete the Fae Tower, and then I just follow everything on the map and try to complete all of these Bastiles so that I can get the most T1 essence to go spend at the Essence Trader before I move on to the next realm. Now, there are other types of encounters on the maps besides just the Simon Says puzzles. We also have occupations. So it's a similar thing. Let's run over to one of these and I'll show you how this works. Okay, we're coming up on, if we look at our map, we can see the encounter that's right ahead of us here is an occupation counter. And once we get within range, we can see that the bound is spawning. All we got to do here is kill these boys. No thoughts, only slicing. Easy. Now, it is a little bit more challenging. You can see we're in the desert, so we have this overheating debuff, but that's good. Oh, we killed them all anyways. Let's talk about this debuff real quick. If I open my inventory, I can mouse over and see that I am scorching. So being overheated in the desert, my maximum stamina is reduced and I need to seek a more hospitable temperature. So as you can see, look at, woo, my max stamina is usually in the 60s, but because I'm overheated, it's only 28. I'm going to switch to my pickaxe and kill these mother truckers real quick. I've noticed that specific enemies are vulnerable to specific tools. So I've noticed that the bugs, the scorpions, the bugs, anything made of metal, weirdly, is super susceptible to the mining pick. So, pro tip, when you're fighting the automatons in the Sites of Power, bring a really beefy mining pick, because that seems to do the most damage, I've noticed. Okay, anyways, now that we've killed all these bugs, I still have this overheating debuff. So I can either find natural shade in the world, and you'll see my overheating will decrease. And that middle line on the bar is when the debuff goes away. So you can see once it reduced past that middle line, the debuff went away. And if I go back in the sun, it starts gradually increasing. And once it hits that middle point, that's when I'm going to get the debuff. But if I can't find any natural shade in the desert, I can equip my umbrella. And again, remember, if you watched the video about how to use the main hand and the offhand, the umbrella is equipped in my offhand, and then I have to, in my main hand, make sure I'm equipping a one-handed weapon. So I default to the knife for that. Okay, so we finished that occupation. Let's release the Hope Echo. And our prize is 8 T1 Essence and our choice of one of these Fae favors. Now there's the favor of power, the favor of soaring, and the favor of endurance. My favorite is the favor of soaring. So I'm just going to wait for it to cycle through to the favor of soaring again, and then I'm going to collect it. Power and endurance are pretty self-explanatory at what you'll benefit, but the favor of soaring, that one might be pretty self-explanatory too. We can jump and fly, and we do not take fall damage as long as we have this favor active. But as you can see, I have that little icon here that says I have the favor of soaring. This is going down. I only have it for so much time, and it will start to count down with a actual like numeric countdown when you're getting close to the end. So you know, if you're midair when that thing counts down, make sure you have an umbrella equipped to help you break your fall. Okay, so we've finished that occupation. Let's see, there's a ton of encounters over here. So let's set a ping and I'll meet you guys over there. Just want to interrupt to say this is why I love the favor of soaring in the desert, because I can just jump over mountains. And you can see here it's counting down. I have about 25 seconds left of this favor. So we were able to travel over this mountain range pretty quickly. And perfect timing, because we're here. This is the cluster of encounters that I wanted to show you guys. So there's a Bastile of Agility. Now this is another one of my favorite kinds of encounters in this game. Basically, there's going to be either a structure that we need to climb up high, or in this case, we need to climb under the earth to find the mechanism that once we get close enough to that mechanism, that's it. We unlocked that encounter and we can collect our reward. So it's testing literally our agility. How can we get to the mechanism? But it seems like because there's a cluster of so many encounters here, we're probably going to also have to fend off this occupation as well while we're down here. Oh, and look at that. We found some ore that I am not high enough level to farm yet. So I'm just going to do myself a favor and put a little ore stamp here so that I remember to come back to this later. All right, let's go fight these guys and figure this out. Actually, if we look at our HUD, before we delve too deep, maybe we should build a bed and get some sleep. Let's make sure that we're well rested and can fight these guys without any issue. Oh, they're coming. I can hear them. Let's rest up. Let's eat something. So that eating, you can see, increased our stamina and also filled our hunger bar and raised our max health. So you really want to be conscious of making sure that you're eating before you engage. Oh, I think that's silver ore. Sometimes the Bastiles of Agility are as simple as just knowing what wall to chop down. And it's really easy because you get close enough to it and you'll see a little mining pick. Yeah, this was a really easy one. But I'll take it. Just know when you see a Bastile of Agility, sometimes you just need to look up, look down, look all over your surroundings. All you have to do is find that mechanism. All right, let's see where this occupation is so we can clear these boys out too. I hear them. These cave systems with all of these encounters are fairly new in my experience of this game, but I really like them. Can we jump down here maybe? Let's get our umbrella out. Oh, we could have handled that fall. All right, let's get him. Oops. Accidentally paused my recording, but as you can see, we held no quarter. I'm going to hold E. Instead of having to pick everything up individually, just hold E to pick everything up in the area. And let's get our prize. Ooh, a new realm card, some infusions, and a healing potion. I'll take all of that. Another one of my little life hacks in this game is to destroy every Fae chest, because it breaks down into gilded lumber and sometimes like some leather, which gilded lumber is just a pain in the butt to craft, in my opinion, because you have to put it through like 3 or 4 different crafting stations. And this is later in the game. I'm not even the point where I can use gilded lumber yet, but that's just a little hack. I like to destroy the Fae chests so that I can get all of that gilded lumber. I think I can... Yep, let's do some mining while we're here. Nice. I'll take some copper. Okay. So that was one occupation. Oh! Okay, we just completed 3 occupations at once. All right. Easy. See if there's anything else down here, and if not, we'll move on. We'll take that. Now, this is not a chest I can destroy. And you can see the model of this chest is different. This is a chest where if you're playing with your friends, everyone will get this synchronous lotus. Everyone will get access to this, what's inside this chest. The other chests are not unique. If one person clears it out, it's gone. This one, everyone can get their lotus. All right, let's take our prize and get out of here. Okay, we've discussed the Bastiles of Agility, the Bastiles of Intellect, the occupations. I want to go next to this Bastile of Insight. Let's go take a look and see what this has in store for us. Okay, we're coming up on this Bastile of Insight. Now these little Fae sprites are so cute. I don't have a companion with me, an NPC companion with me, but forewarned, if you come up on one of these Bastiles of Insight with your NPC, they will fight them. These little Fae sprinkles of light will not attack you, but you can attack and kill them. But typically what they'll do is they'll take you on a little bit of a wild goose chase and land you on a glyph. So we can see there's a glyph right here, but before I examine this, I just want to show you, we've got the 4 corners of this containment structure. And notice how some of the corners are kind of glowing like a little bit red. Let's see what happens when I uncover this glyph. So did you see what happened over here? This is a good way for you to know if you found all of the glyphs that you need to find to finish this puzzle. So it looks like there are going to be 4 here because all 4 of these pillars are kind of glowing red. I think so. It looks like it. So let's uncover this one. Obviously, we'll know when we're done because the containment structure will open and give us the essence. But these little things, those little tricks and understanding how this works will help when you have some of the really complicated Bastiles of Insight later game. But yep, that did it. So it was only the 3. See how this, yeah, this pillar doesn't actually have anything on it. So it was just the 3 pillars. Cool. I think there's one more, or there's 2 more encounters that I can show you. So we've got the aid and we've got defense. Let's go over here and we can talk about those 2. One thing to remember too, just as I'm running across this map, is all of the realms are procedurally generated. So nobody's realms are going to be identical. The environment will kind of look similar based on what cards you've played, but the locations of the POIs, the locations of the mountains, the structures and things like that will all be unique to your realm. And you probably will never see 2 realms duplicated in your entirety of playing this game. That's one thing I really love about the span of this game. I don't think people realize just how big this game is going to get. Right now, we only have 3 biomes. That's probably just possibly going to be changing in the future. They're probably going to open this up to other biomes and other probably more factions in the future. This is just me guessing. I don't have any information about whether that's the case, but the potential of this game is infinite. And I think some people are used to procedurally generated games in the past feeling like the same flavor over and over again. But there really is an infinite possibility of variety depending on what cards you're going to play. Because not only do we have the biomes and the major realm cards, but we also have all of these other minor realm cards that we can use to change our environment. And I haven't even really messed with these yet, but those not only change the physics of the world, the stats of the world that you're in, they also aesthetically change, like the colors and maybe eventually even seasons. Who knows? But the potential is huge, and I'm so excited to keep discovering what's possible in this game. Just to give you guys a little without going into detail about my playtest experience, because I can't go into detail with that with you guys, but just to give you a little bit of an insight, I have over 200 hours in this game between all of the playtests, and I still have things that I've just seen maybe 1% of that I know once I can actually invest in a character in this game, and have it save over time, because obviously with a playtest, that character is gone. But, you know, we have to start from scratch at the beginning. But there are some things I have seen glimpses of in 200 hours that I still haven't yet experienced, that I am so excited to get into. So this game is huge, is what I'm trying to say. This game's huge. Okay, we are at our ping, so let me take it off the map. Let's look at the aid first, because I'm going to be honest, I'm not a fan of the defense POIs. So let's take a look at aid first. Now this is how we get our NPC followers. So we're going to talk to Amanda here. She needs help completing a structure. Let's help her complete the structure and get a reward. Okay. We go up to her blueprint and see what we need. Here's another little aside too while we're here. You can just tap E to automatically add the resources from your inventory. But if you remember, we have some higher end things that we've scavenged from chests. We have carved wood. We have gilded lumber. I don't want to accidentally put something higher tier in something like this. So I personally am always in the habit holding E for more options, and then just being able to select the resources from my inventory. So luckily, I don't think that there was anything we could have accidentally put in to this structure. Well, you know what? Actually, there is. We have one piece of advanced bound fiber that, spoiler alert, you will need for a quest later. And these are kind of hard to get. You can't exactly like easily farm these. So if I had accidentally put this into the structure, I would have been bummed about it. But we can put our plant fiber and this bound bristle. I feel like I get enough of that. I can put that in. But that's my little tip. Don't just automatically add resources. Always select them from your own inventory so that you don't accidentally use something that's really high tier. All right, now this one's going to be kind of a pain in the butt, because she wants 38 wood bundles. And, bestie, we're in a desert. Where are we going to get this wood? So I'm going to putz around and see if I can complete this. And I'll see you guys after the jump. Okay, I'm not too far off from where that actual aid encounter is. And I just wanted to show you guys real quick. There might not be any trees around here, but there are some structures. Do you see these crates here with the axe? So I can destroy those for some wood bundles and make this... Oh, hello? Oh, maybe this isn't destructible. I thought it was. Maybe just that other one was. Oh, here we go. So we've got 13 wood bundles already. So we might... we'll be able to finish this. It's going to take a little bit of creative thinking. Okay, I'm nice and encumbered because I have 36 bundles of wood on me. Let's see if it's enough to finish this structure for Amanda here. Oh, I think we'll have just enough. Nice. Step back to complete the structure. And now you can see over her head, it says recruitable. And this magic chest unlocked here. Ooh, thank you. Now these magic chests are really cool. Every player in your party can take from it. So after y'all complete one of these encounters together, everyone gets their chance to take something from the magic chest. Let's see if Amanda wants to help us with our questing here. So we recruited her. We can manage her inventory. Ooh, she's got a sick hat. How come I can't see her hat? Now we could swap clothes with her if we wanted to, so we could wear her clothes. We could give her better gear. I think my gear's better though, so I'm gonna leave everything as it is. And if we get better gear, we can give her our old gear to beef her up a little bit. But that's kind of cool. Druidic bonnet. Ooh, I'm gonna have to see if I can find one of those. All right, so we've got her help now. What should we do next? Ooh, let's go take a look at this. What is this? This magical tree over here. Is this an ore? This is an ore. Okay. Level 230. I don't think I'm going to be able to see this during this playtest. So we're just going to say, wow, that's pretty, and move on. Let's head over to the next encounter I wanted to show y'all, which is, where are we? This defense. Let's set a ping so we know where we're going. So the defense encounters are, to be honest, not going to lie to you guys, they're my least favorite ones. I don't know if I'm even going to be able to complete this here with y'all. I have a really hard time with them, but if you're in a party and you guys can defend really well, they're not too bad. But me doing these solo with just the NPCs, I have a hard time personally, so we'll see how it goes. So we have a couple of humans here. We have the druids. We have Jess, and we have Jane. Let's talk to Jane. So, a Hope Echo is locked within a Fae structure. Survivors need your aid in defending an extraction device that will unlock the Hope Echo. Protect the extraction device until all waves are defeated for a reward. So, we basically want to keep this device from being destroyed. And there are going to be hordes of the bound coming to try to destroy it. And we just need to... Woo! Like that! We just need to kill all these mother truckers before they can destroy the device. What, like it's hard? Okay, let's wait for the second wave. What direction are they coming from? Oh, here they... Woo! Try to get those headshots with the axe. That's usually my favorite way to take these guys out. All right, not too bad. I stepped in a trap there, which was a little bit of an oopsie, but we're okay. This is also a trap. The closer you get, it lights up. If you walk over it, it explodes on you, just so you know. Let's do a little example there. Whoa. Worth it to show you guys, but ouch. Yeah, I like to try and aim for... Oh, no! Can we build it? We can rebuild it. Okay. So this is why I hate these. As you can see, the extraction device was destroyed, which means we have to start over. Yeah, so like your weapons and the NPC weapons can damage the device. So it's really easy to destroy it. It's just, I prefer doing it with a group of player characters because I feel like we can lead the bound away from the device and it's just a little bit easier to complete. It probably would have been easier for me to solo if I had actually spent the time to build these barricades to keep the bound from getting too close to the device. But I think we'll be okay. Oh, here comes a guy. We are kind of overpowered for this realm, so we're one-shotting them with the axe right now. But I'm not going to complain about that. Oh, Amanda! All right. Well, as you can see, Amanda destroyed the device because she was a little too close to it, and I don't have the wood on me to finish repairing it. The great thing about this game is if you don't like an encounter, You don't have to do it. So I'm going to tap out on this one. Like I said, I don't mind doing those with a party of players, with friends playing with me. I'm not a fan of doing them with the NPCs, but that's okay because I don't have to do them. We can go do a different encounter and get our essence that way. But I just wanted to give it an attempt so I could show you how it worked and what to do. But I'm not going to sit here and do this again. Wow, look how beautiful this statue is. That's one thing I love. So even though the worlds are procedurally generated, there are handcrafted POIs, but there's so many that you really don't see too many repeats. There's just so much variety in this world, and I do really love that. All right, let's take a look at our map. I think I've showed you all of the different types of encounters that you'll see across the realms. They'll all be decorated differently, but the mechanics of how they work is essentially the same. So let's see. Do we have enough essence to go visit a trader? We have 72. We can do some shopping. So let's look for the essence trader, which is this little ticket icon. We're going to go visit him and see what we can buy to help us advance the story along. Again, just to repeat myself, what I like to do... Oh, see? Now you can hear the bound spawning in. We're just going to run away. What I like to do when I first visit a realm is unlock the Fae Tower, try to do as many of those encounters as possible to get as much of the whatever tier essence I'm looking for, and then I try to clean out the essence trader. The essence traders are basically how you get crafting recipes for workstations that you'll need to make better gear to move through the game. So remember earlier when I said I like to visit all of the antiquarian realms before I move on to the herbarium? That's why. I like to unlock all of the schematics for all of the crafting tables that I'm going to need so that I can build gear strong enough to help me get to the herbarium realm. So that's the gameplay loop that I follow. That's what I think people are going to find to be the easiest to uncover everything that you need to uncover in this game, because there is so much to this game that it can seem a little overwhelming. There's so many realms that you have access to immediately. So I find that just sticking to the one major card, sticking to the antiquarian realms, and then once you unlock the herbarium, just do as much as you can in all of the different combinations that you can before you move on to the next card. Okay, I'm going to pause the recording and get to that top hat, and then I'll talk to you guys after the jump. Okay, we have slept through the night. We ran across the desert. We are here at this essence trader. I think I might have already cleaned this guy out, actually. Yeah, sure looks like I did. But still, that's what you want to do. You want to clean out the essence trader before you leave the realm, or just buy as many of the crafting recipes that you can, because these things are what you need to get further in the game. So if you ever feel like you're stuck and can't do something, just visit all of the realms that you already have access to and make sure that you have purchased everything from the essence traders, because that is going to be, I guarantee, every time I've been stuck in this game, that is what has made me go, oh, I forgot to buy this crafting station because I didn't have the essence at the time. So that's my biggest tip for you. When you feel stuck, go back and make sure that you've cleaned out the essence traders. So we can, since we're done here, I don't think there's another essence trader on the map. Sometimes there are more than one, but I think I only saw one little ticket icon on this one. So if we're done here for now, what we can do is just travel to Respite. We can always come back here later because we're going to keep that portal up on our Abeyance realm. We still have a portal to this realm. So we're going to use our pocket watch to travel back home, and then we can keep on searching. As I'm waiting to be transported back to my Respite realm, I just want to say, oh my gosh, this game is so beautiful. We just got to appreciate how gorgeous it is. Okay. teleporting back home. I think that's all I wanted to go over with for this video. It was a lot. So if you have any other questions or need tips on anything else, please feel free to let me know in the comments. Like I said, I have been playing this game for a long time already, and I'm going to be playing it for a lot longer still. So if you want to talk about it, I am the person to come to. I cannot shut up about this game. It is so beautiful. I love the lore behind it. I don't know. I'm just talking now to talk because I just can't shut up about this game. So let me know in the comments what else you'd want to see from me about Nightingale. If you have any other questions about anything that we talked about in this video, maybe do I need to go into something in more detail and make another video just about one specific aspect that we covered today? Let's talk about it in the comments. How are you liking this game? I want to hear everything. Good, bad, the ugly, the beautiful. Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, oh my God, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more from me, don't forget to subscribe, like this video so you see more from me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.